You are looking live at Klick Lewis Arena in Annville, Pennsylvania, where the RSG Selects are getting ready to take on the Hockey Corps Selects in the One Hockey Tournament just outside of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo back on the call for this one. Tremendous job by Debbie Rizzo taking over the 2 games on the first day of the tournament. The RSG Selects Black team, that's what they're called. There's a designation between black and gold, one playing at the 19U level, the other at the 16U level. So this is the 19U level team, made up mostly of New Jersey Rockets girls with a couple of others thrown in. So there's going to be a lot of names with which you're familiar and some others that you're hearing for the first time as part of your team that you're probably rooting for. RSG Selects wearing the white jerseys today. They have maroon lettering and gold trim around there. We're just dealing with jerseys. It's spring hockey and the shorts are going to be a little different and varied, as will the helmets. Hockey Corps Selects will be in essentially all black jerseys, white numbers on the back and the HC in front in white and red, also varying helmet colors and various shorts colors. We are inside the netting today because of the work of Debbie Rizzo, our play-by-play announcer from yesterday. Liftoff from Klick Lewis Ice Arena. Jacobus with Camerata on her right and Menichello on her left. Lee and Fox, the defense pairing, a pair of lefties. RSG moves it in. They get it into the zone. These teams played on Friday, and it went 4-0 in favor of Hockey Corps Selects. We didn't get a chance to mention that Balin Shankman is in the goal to our left, defending over there. Menichello has it behind the net, and she curls toward the front with a backhand pass, but it's knocked away. Jacobus in the corner sends it to the front of the net. Camerata almost got it. Menichello picks it off. She's one-on-one. Wrist shot, score! Hope Menichello, 51 seconds into the game, and the RSG Selects jump out to a 1-0 lead. She'll lead the celly over there. Menichello picked it off on an extended offensive zone possession. Found herself one-on-one, got into the slot, and at the left hash mark, ripped a shot over the right-handed catching glove of the Hockey Corps Selects netminder. She catches wrong. That's a compliment that we often like to say in hockey. As you see, Balin Shankman on this side catches with her left hand. The majority of goaltenders do catch that way, and it's a little bit unique when you see a goaltender catching with the right hand. So, as goaltenders are quirky, we like to tease them about catching with the wrong hand. Shankman with the first save right there. An easy one with the glove on a shot that was not threatening, coming from the outside of the right circle. So Menichello got into the clear, and we have a penalty already. Didn't see that one. Looks like Bellacucci off for elbowing. So 13-minute periods. That leads to 1.5-minute penalties for the tournament here. This is the third game. Face-off won by Hockey Corps. Rizzo almost knocked it out of the zone. Morano over there. She's on the back line with DeMarinis. Hammercar and Rizzo up front killing it off, it looks like, at least for the moment. Hockey Corps trying to cycle it down low. Wrist shot! Knocked down with the crest by Shankman, and she covers up. So Cucci in the box, 1.5 minutes for elbowing. RSG Selects will change it up front. Latour and Paulino. Latour on the dot, wins it back to DeMarinis. She tries to send it around the net. Gets enough of it for Morano, 91, to send it out. Here's Paulino. Oh, it hit a puddle in the ice. Otherwise, Paulino was off to the races shorthanded. Brianna comes in, trips up, but gets enough to dispossess her player of the puck. Latour in a tackle at the point. Wrist shot from down low, knocked away by Shankman. Morano on her tuchus, knocks it away for a moment. Rebound, and the shot goes right through the back of the crease over the prone Shankman, but doesn't find its way into the net. Hockey Corps Selects moving it around. They won the first game between these teams 4-0, but it's 1-0 already. RSG Selects. Menachillo, if you're just tuning in, changed the flow of the game 51 seconds in off a steal and an extended possession and beat the goaltender. 12 seconds left in the penalty to Cucci, sent through the middle of the ice. Menachillo knocked it down, tries to move it forward. She doesn't have numbers. Hockey Corps Selects send it in. No icing. The ice is a little puddly. It's slow. That cost Paulino a potential breakaway. It comes out to the point, full and even strength. Hand pass over there, whistle blown, and a stoppage of play with 9:58 left. Period 1 from Klick Lewis Arena. Joe Rizzo back on the play-by-play with you from the nice perch, thanks to the incredibly hard work of Debbie Rizzo, who somehow found the guy who had the key, who didn't even know there was a lock on the door to our little perch over here. Car comes in. She's got Camarada with her. She'll skate it into the zone and into the far corner. Menachillo pinching in. Camarada in front of the net if the puck ever can get there. Comes up the far boards. Picked off by Car, sent back in. Menachillo in the corner. Uses the body as a shield. Walks right into the net. Backhand. One save. Rebound. Put wide. Left pad save there on the second and first chance by Hope Menachillo. She nearly doubled the lead. Fox trips up over there, and she has to clear it back into her own zone. Just was looking to keep it from being a breakaway. And the puck just sitting in these puddles, and it comes right out in front. The Hockey Corps Selects move it back behind Shankman. Played with it, Fox and Lee. Comes to the point. Hockey Corps picks it off, skate all the way through. Wrist shot through a lot of traffic. Rebound covered up. Off the save by Shankman. .8:49 left, period 1. RSG Selects in white with a 1-0 lead. At the One Hockey Tournament. Hockey Corps win the faceoff, but they send it all the way back. Rizzo and Holt in a foot race. Holt nearly gets it as it comes in front of the Hockey Corps bench. They turn and burn. 1-on-3. Forced to the outside. Another fall. This ice is really questionable here early on. It's a hot day out, but not that hot. That one sent down by Holt. It does not hit a puddle, and it goes for icing. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 8:22 left, period 1. 1-0 RSG Selects. Face off to Shankman's right. Battled for there. Knocked forward by Latour, but couldn't get it out. Centering, but into a lot of traffic as Cucci and Rose were there. Riley Rose chasing around behind the net. Centering feed, hit off of a skate, died in front. Shankman left toe save, and she covers up. That one was ticketed for the far post, and she gets a hug from Cucci because that was a stellar save by Balin Shankman. The voice is a little bit rough today, thanks to the wonderful Fordham reunion last night. Great to see old friends. Hockey Corps Selects win the face-off toward the point. They bring it in. DeMarinis dumps her player. Wrist shot off the Loose puck dumped behind the net, protecting her goaltender. Whistle and a stoppage as Shankman covers up. They'll reset the sequence to the blocker side circle of the RSG netminder. Kamarkar on the dot. Camarada and Menachillo, the forwards, but they are in the hash marks. Wrist shot off the face-off win, kicked away by Camarada. It comes back behind the end line, right in front of the RSG bench where Henry Lee is running the defensive door. Comes to the point, Kamarkar in a foot race. If she gets to it first, she might have Menachillo. 50-50 battle won by the Hockey Corps player. They send it through neutral ice, and they gain the line 3-on-4, now 4-on-4 and 5-on-5. No clean shooting lane, so they send it behind the end line, and they play with it there. Comes to the near side. Camarada is going to get it first. She'll handle it, but can't get a good clean piece of it. The ice has been spotty here, and hopefully it'll harden up. There's just water spots. They're not very visible, but it's definitely affecting play. That puck pops up into the RSG bench, and it was knocked there by a Hockey Corps player, so the faceoff comes outside the zone. Landstrom on the dot with Holt and Rizzo. Fox and Lee on defense. 6:40 now, left period one. RSG holding a 1-0 lead on the goal by Menachillo. That one's sent down for icing. So Landstrom, who's typically dynamite on the dot, has a chance for the offensive zone face-off. She talks to Bug. Landstrom on the dot. Rizzo in the slot. Holt on the right boards. Fox the right point. Lee the left point. She's standing between the points, actually. Face-off was won by the Hockey Corps player, but Landstrom hustled in there to nullify possession. All three RSG players behind the end line trying to win the possession. It's chipped out, and Fox, the safety, will have to get to it under pressure. Perfectly off the boards to Rizzo, chips it forward. Now she's trying to outrace the player. Can she turn? She's bodied off there. Pushing, shoving, pushing, still pushing. And that was enough time for her to get her teammate there. They're going to call a penalty here, and it's going to be on Rizzo for a hook. So Rizzo will go in for the hooking penalty. That will send the face-off to the offensive zone for Hockey Corps Selects. Ref takes a spill. Hopefully he's okay. But everyone having trouble on the ice here so far. Latour will take the face-off. Paulino in the slot. Cucci and Bruno, the defense pair. Latour wins it to Bruno. She chips it forward but can't get it out. Bruno plays the man, not the puck, and keeps her from getting it for a moment. Now Aaron knocks it down, banks it off the boards, but can't get it through. She was looking to try to spring Latour into some open space. Top of the circle, Hockey Corps Selects trailing 1-0 and on their second power play, trying to get something going here. And RSG, there's a save by Shankman and covered up. They took a swipe at the glove and hit it with the puck underneath it. We very often see referees with zero tolerance for that, but no call there. There was no maliciousness involved, but sometimes that doesn't matter. Menachillo on the faceoff, won by Hockey Corps. She's up front with Camarada. Wrist shot. Shankman gets it on the logo and never lets it see the light of day thereafter, so they'll redo it after a 7-second sequence. Face-off won by Menachillo. Morano sent it behind her own net. Centering pass, Morano picks it off. The lefty gets it, sends it down. No icing on the tournament rules when you're killing a penalty. That's a change from what they usually play. USA Hockey is typically the rules we see. Wrist shot, Morano almost got it through. It had to be a blocker save with the right hand, the blocker on left hand rather. The glove on the right hand for this goaltender. Hockey Corps Selects bring it out 1-on-3. Wrist shot, save Shankman with the right pad, and she never lets a rebound. So Hockey Corps Selects were changing behind the play. They'll take that because that gives them an offensive zone draw with 14 seconds left on the power play. Rizzo in for hooking. Landstrom on the face-off, can't win it. Selects, move it around, wrist shot. Shankman blockers it to the near corner. Sent into the slot, and Lee got a piece of that and knocked it forward. Hockey Corps Selects bring it in. Rizzo jumps out of the box and into the bench, and Holt jumps out for her. Bug clears the point over there and forces the play back toward the middle. It's still battled for there. Picked off by Fox. She's got a little room. She's going to take it, and she chips it forward. I don't think there's going to be an icing because it was touched by one of the Hockey Corps Selects. Fox pursues it all the way, and it goes to the left point. Lee sends it forward. Can't get it through traffic. Selects break out 2-on-2. Lee and Landstrom back to cover up. Fox with the help. Shankman on one save. Rebound comes in off the bouncing puck, and they deposit it into the net to tie the game. So the 2-on-2 rush leads to the Hockey Corps Selects getting on the board with 3:50 left in period 1, and we have a 1-1 game. Balin had to come out to the top of the crease. The shot was not a clean one. It popped up. She couldn't get to the rebound quite fast enough, and with the third, we call it the F3, forward coming in there as Rizzo gets it and sends it in. The F3, the third forward coming in, was able to scoop up the loose puck and put it in. Rizzo at center with Rose and Paulino. Paulino picks that one off and sends it forward. She was trying to get around one player. She'll clear the zone, was looking for Riley Rose over there, couldn't get it through. Now the Selects of Hockey Corps bring it in. It's sent, backhand, spinorama right pad saved by Shankman. 3:13 now left, period 1. It's 1-1. They played yesterday on Friday in the opening game of the tournament, I believe, for both teams. And it was a 4-0 win by Hockey Corps Selects. A decidedly different game here on Saturday. Hockey Corps bring it behind the net. Cucci interrupts it for a moment. Point blank shot. She got almost nothing on it, and boy, she didn't realize that nobody was there marking her. Otherwise, she would have gotten off a better shot. There's a dump right there. Let's see if the RSG Selects are finally going on their first power play. Aaron got dumped. And they call Bruno for the hook right there. It's a little dubious call. Both players going down. They call Bruno for the hook when she's getting slew-footed at the same time. A slew-foot is when you kick the skate out from behind. And as she's going down, really there's no place for her stick to go. But this is not the NHL. And the referees are not going to see anything, but we're glad they're there. 2:30 left, period 1. A third power play for Hockey Corps Selects in a 1-1 game. 13-minute periods yielding 90-second power plays because of the truncated periods for the tournament. The Selects bring it out toward the top of the crease. DeMarinis knocked it away. Trying to break out of the zone was Menichello. She got the stick lifted up there. Eventually gets it with Kamerkar. Hope tries to gain the line, can't do it. Sends it in onside, and it goes at the net. Paddle save. Ooh, Kamerkar almost picked it off. Rizzo picked it off for a second, but she couldn't rush the zone because Kirsten was all the way down in there for the forecheck. They do force the icing, though, so that will lead to an offensive zone draw. with 42 seconds left in the penalty to Aaron Bruno. It's been lopsided on the power play count. This is the third for Hockey Corps Selects, and the RSG Selects have had none. Landstrom on the dot, Latour in the slot. RSG Selects can't win it. Hockey Corps send it out, but Fox is there to pick it up. She'll steer it to the far side boards. They break in now into the offensive zone, but like they're going through molasses. Latour steps up to knock it away, but they keep it inside the zone. Wrist shot from a sharp angle goes wide. 1:28 left in the first period, 16 left in the power play that RSG Selects is trying to kill. They're allowed to send the puck down with no penalty of icing per tournament rules. This is an AAU sanctioned tournament. Their rules, their insurance, and that means their icing rules. Great lean over by Shankman. She had to negotiate covering that puck with somebody in front of her. The penalty to Bruno has expired. They've killed it off. They've killed off 2 of 3, I believe. And 61 seconds remain in the period. 1-1. Jacobus on the dot. Referee coming over to the side. It's Camarada and Menichello. The forwards, Pucci and Bruno on D for this shift. We'll see if they end it with a 61-second shift. As just out of picture over there where the netting is, there's a scrum amongst 4 players. Hockey Corps Selects win it. They send it all the way to the point. Hard wrist shot. Sounded like somebody got a piece of something over there, and it goes wide. Comes to the near side boards. Camarada will get that one out. They are going to have the icing hand up, and that was sort of questionable there. It looked like there was a Hockey Corps Select stick right there where Izzy was sending the puck from. So RSG will change it up. Landstrom will take the face-off. Kamerkar and Rizzo, the wings, they're in the middle. DeMarinis on the near side boards, and she will gather and send it out. Trying to sprint Kamerkar. 2-on-1 with Rizzo. She will have a pass if it's there. She shoots, and it goes wide. She had, and there's going to be an icing. She had the defender coming over to play the shot. Couldn't send the pass over with Riz storming down the slot, but they'll have an offensive zone draw, will this group. And 10.2 seconds to work. Landstrom gathers the troops to tell them what she's gonna do. She wins the faceoff. It comes out to the point. Lee trying to keep it in. It's gonna be a breakaway if they see her. She puts herself offside, gets onside. 1 second, that'll expire the period. Oh boy, that was a near breakaway. I mean, that was about as close to disaster as you could come. 1-1 after 1, Klick Lewis Arena in Annville, Pennsylvania. Beautiful country, a wonderful drive to get out here from North Jersey. Took that drive this morning, and a beautiful day. So if you're just joining in, we appreciate you watching RSG Selects. My name's Joe Rizzo. I'm glad to have you with us. If you like what you're seeing and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and it'll be all yours for whatever we're doing here for the spring and back into the fall when the New Jersey Rockets 19U start their journey toward what they hope is a great season with a lot of the bunch that you see out there, but not all. There's definitely a mixed bag, and You could tell that from some different helmets and some different socks and a few other things, but mostly smiling faces, because where would you rather be on a Saturday afternoon in June than at the rink playing hockey with your buds? Balin Shankman, number 31, will now guard the goal to our right. Peyton Jacobus, PJ, on the dot. Izzy Camarada on her right wing. Hope Menichello, the goal scorer, 51 seconds into the game, on her left. Bella Cucci on left D. Aaron Bruno on right D as we start period 2. 13 minutes on the clock. 2 points for the tournament, up for grabs for a win, 1 point for a tie, none for a loss. Liftoff, period 2. Comes toward Camarada's side. She moved it forward, but not with possession. Hockey Corps Selects will try to bring it in, but Hope Menichello picks that off, gains the center line, and throws it in. Izzy Camarada battling to get there just a moment after someone else did. Battled for and walked out of the corner by Menichello, spinning around, taking her time, using that possession, tries to center it, but finds 3 black jerseys there and couldn't get through all of them. Got it through about 2 of them, but the third one was the charm. Comes to Cucci at the point. She's trying to get it through a shooting lane, but has to dump it instead. Menichello trying to battle for it along the line. Jacobus jumps off for Rose. Rose will hustle in there and try to battle for the puck as they go 3 low. Coming down the slot on the right side was Aaron Bruno from her perch on defense, and they couldn't generate the chance. Selects, wrist shot off the one-timer, and what a save by Shankman. She used the waffle board to perfection right there on a point-blank one-timer. Hockey Corps Selects come in offside. Referee says yes. Player shaking her head no. Ref wins. The one with the whistle is always the winner. Ref wins. I didn't say right or wrong. I said ref wins. 11:36, period 2. 1-1. Landstrom on the dot, Latour on the near side wing, Kamerkar the far side. Lauren Fox will hustle in and get that one behind her own end line. Send it to the near side corner. Battled for there. Lily Latour, Barbara Landstrom pushing around. Possession kept for a moment. Now gained by Hockey Corps Selects. Defenseman pinches in, but is guarded well by Kamerkar, negating a scoring chance. Wrist shot from the dot. Shankman blockers it aside to the far corner. Centering feed. They still play with it. They go low behind the net. Wraparound attempt thwarted by Rachel Lee. Sent up to the far side wing. Kamerkar gets it, but has a little traffic there and can't get it out. Landstrom with a good push from behind. Careful not to get the cross check or the boarding right there. Using the body. Wrist shot in front! And knocked down by Shankman. Actually, it wasn't a shot. I thought she was going to try a backhand shot. Instead, she sent it through the crease, and one of the RSG players actually redirected it toward the net, but Balin was able to come up with that one. Menichello on the dot. Rizzo and Camarada, the wings. Morano will get that one, and she will field it for Menichello, who tries to spring Riz on the breakaway. Oh, just needed about 2 more millimeters of height. Here comes Riz one-on-one, gets through one, but she had to pull up a little bit and has to dump it a little bit forward, but gains possession into the offensive zone. Gets a little help from Camarada, still moving it forward. There's, now come on, if they call this on RSG, it's absurd. There's two Hockey Corps players hit into one another and fall down, and they call a penalty. But let's see if they call it on Hockey Corps. This is a bad call. It's two players on the same team banging into each other, and they call a roughing right there. It negates a scoring chance. Penalties now 4 for RSG. None for the Angels of Hockey Core Selects. I mean, listen, they're not doing anything wrong right there, but two players of their own just smash right into each other, and somehow Menikello's in there for a roughing. Hockey Core wins the face-off, wrist shot through traffic. Shankman knocks it down. There's a rebound, but she covers it before anybody else could get there. The two red helmets, one of DeMarinis and one of Marano, were also making sure that nobody was going to get to the rebound. Paulino on the dot, has Holt with her, shielded off on the face-off, tries to catch up to the point, keeps a shot from going off there, through a lot of traffic. Hockey Core Selects on now their 4th power play of the game, a game in which we're only 16 minutes and 10 seconds into. Power plays are 1 minute and 30, so they've had 6 minutes of power play out of 16. They'll bring it out. Holt picks it off. Holt sends it at the net, and there was an awkward kick save. It looked like the goalie had a little trouble catching that one. Bug almost threw up some kind of knuckleball over there. Picked off by DeMarinis. She keeps it in. She'll pursue as Bug and Julia drop back to play safety. All good back checking by the penalty killers here. Although Hockey Core Selects get it in. 30 seconds on the power play. Julia Marano picks it off. Tries to get it out of the zone. Finds a little traffic. Brianna DeMarinis gets it out of the zone. Near side. Paulino trying to get to it. Holt knocks it out of the zone as they ping pong it in. They have to jump back to get onside, and they do. Hockey Core Selects with 6 seconds and 5 on the penalty to Menikello. She jumps out of the box and she rejoins the play, does 48. She's got the goal in a 1-1 game. Chipped off the boards by Marano. She has a chance to run. Hope jumped in to make sure that nobody else was going to get the puck. Coach Jacobus screaming for them to go. Sent up the middle. No breakaway there. 3 back checkers, both defensemen and Izzy Camarada, the forward. They get it into the zone, but not with any juice. Camarada trying to get a step on the competition. Can't quite do it. Kirsty picks it off at neutral ice. Can't get it in deep. Hockey Core Selects have taken some of the possession back here, evening it out a bit. That one goes at the net, and Shankman's just going to cover that one up. Give her team a break and a chance to reset with 7:52 left in period 2 from Klick Lewis Arena in Annville, Pennsylvania. Hockey Core Selects in black and your RSG Selects. A lot of selecting going on. In white. We mean jerseys when we're talking about colors now. Kamarkar on the dot. Camarada and Menikello, the wings now. They are situated at the hash marks. Bruno, the defenseman, gets that face-off off the win. Camarada banked it off the boards, trying to get it to herself. Menikello picks this off, waits for Camarada to get in. Onside, Hope down the slot. Izzy's there. Izzy tries to turn to the forehand, still possessing it. Tries to get to the dot. She'll go to Cucci at the point. Bella down low for Izzy. Izzy tries to center it. She's got a couple in the slot if she can get it through there, but defended well. Kirsty prevents the breakout, and now it's sent in. Fake shot. Bella doesn't fall for it. And it comes back to the point. Cucci chips it off the boards for Menikello. She's got Izzy up front, sends it to Izzy, but she had to hold up at the line. Coach Jeremy Jacobus, hurry, hurry, let's go. You could hear him, hopefully. Rizzo and Landstrom now out there. Stepped in by Bruno, banks it off the boards for herself. Can she get to it? And some kind of whistle over there. And he's calling it offsides, but looked like Camarada had cleared cleared the zone as she was on the bench at that point. So RSG hanging in there, 1-1. No help from the refs, and at least they're yucking it up over there. It's not contentious. You know, the Stanley Cup is not quite on the line here, folks. 1-on-3. Rachel Lee knocks that one away, but the Hockey Corps Selects pick it up through neutral ice and send it in. They'll bring it around the back of the net into the slot. Backhand attempt. Another backhand on the shot in front. Shankman with the save. Latour gets it, banks it off the boards, but not out. Battling at the point, Landstrom came in as it went along the near side boards. Fox sends it across. It comes to the right point. Shot off of her own player. Ow, she says. And here's Latour. Collision at neutral ice. Rizzo sticks her nose in there. 1-on-4. One white jersey with 4 black jerseys around. Landstrom bangs the stick to say, hey, I need a change. Hustle out there. And the change is made as Riley Rose hustles out with her flowing mane behind her. Riley defending the play right there, but they get it in. Centering feed goes all the way through the slot. Give and go. Latour picked it off, sent it forward. Riley there, Riz there. Riley and Riz. Oh, Riley was looking to spring Riz right there. Just missed the mark by probably a few inches. Lily Latour battling out there like a dervish, forces the turnover. Riley tries to send it for Bug, and Bug got it for a moment. Bug will get it at neutral ice, send it forward to gain the zone. It's brought in onside. Latour, wrist shot, fired wide. There was a stick that got on it. It didn't affect the pace of the shot, but it affected the accuracy. Puck hits the referee. Bug waits for Riley to clear the zone and then whiffed on it in that one spot where you can't see it on the camera, but I could still see there's a little bit of a wet spot. Wrist shot through traffic, and Balin was there, but it goes just wide. Left point, wrist shot. Balin knocks it down and just smothers it with the left pad / glove. Whistle and a stoppage of play. Fast pace between the RSG Selects in white and the Hockey Corps Selects in black jerseys. Rizzo on the dot, Jacobus on the dot. Camarada at one wing, Menichello on the other. Camarada will be the first forward hustling down. Hope is going to pick that one off. Backhand pass for Izzy. She was trying to give and go. She was looking to give it right back to Hope, but just couldn't quite get the handle on it. PJ gets possession enough, bodied off, chips it out forward for Hope. Hope 1-on-3, gains the zone, gets through one, leaves it for Izzy. Izzy in the slot, goes for Peyton. Peyton backhand at the net, loose in front off the rebound and covered up as 2 RSG Selects players in a pile on top of one another at the top of the crease. So Menichello scored 51 seconds into the game. And there was some pretty good offense in terms of chances for RSG for about the first 5 minutes, and then it's been a penalty fest here. So RSG's been playing shorthanded for quite a bit. They yielded the tying goal at one point. Latour picks up the face-off. Rizzo over there trying to pick that one off. It comes to the point. Morano steps in. Morano goes low through traffic. Redirected. Loose in front. And they score! Latour with the score! Lily Latour makes it 2-1 RSG as she jumps on a loose puck in the slot and pounds it in with the backhand while she's prone on the ice. And if you could see her face, you'd see she looks like she just ran a half marathon, but she will go out there for her shift. With 4:07 left in period 2, RSG has forged ahead once again. Their second lead of the game is 2-1. Hammercar on the dot, Rizzo on the left, Latour, the goal scorer, on the right. On D, Morano right there guarding, and DeMarinis on the far post. Comes through the slot and all the way up between the points and out. They leave it for one. Latour and Rizzo on the forecheck looking to break away. Here come the Hockey Corps Selects. Outside shot attempt is not there. Centered in front, but two RSG Selects players were there to break it up. It comes to the point Riz was looking to break out. That shot can't get through Julia Morano nor her skate. Kept in at the point. Morano steps up, sends it for Riz. It's a one-on-one, and Latour's hustling in. It could be a two-on-one. Riz looking, and she opts to pass it low. She had Morano coming in, but maybe just a stride too late to risk losing possession and the offside. Morano steps in, keeps it forward, kneeling down now on the ice. It's covered up over there, and they're going to whistle that one and move the face-off outside of the zone. 3:08 left, period 2. 2-1. RSG Selects. They've been shorthanded 4 times and haven't had a power play. They lost to the same team 4-0 about 24 hours ago, and they've made it a decidedly different effort here. Minicello 51 seconds into the game. And with about 3 minutes left in the first period, Hockey Corps Selects tied it. And then Lily Latour pounded in a loose puck from the doorstep right in front while she was prone. There's a player down, and she is moving around at least. She's taking a while to get up there, and they blow the whistle. Coming off gingerly, and now she looks like she's okay. So that's good news. We don't ever want to see that. Favoring the left leg a little bit. And with possession, that's when they blow the whistle. And then because of the injured player being on that team and forcing the whistle, they move the faceoff out of the zone, so you lose your advantage. Landstrom wins the faceoff. Bug steps in, sends it down, and they're going to call icing, even though it was contested. So they'll do it back down to Balin's glove side circle. Shankman has been brilliant. As friend or foe, you'd rather have her be on the friend side, and I've been fortunate enough over the years to see her in both capacities, and I really quite enjoy it when she's wearing the jersey of the team that I'm partial to, or correctly, grammatically, I should say, the team to which I am partial. Battled for just below us, comes into neutral ice. Wrist shot goes just over the net. Bruno sends it to the far wing. Paulino knocks that dump attempt away with her shin pad. Bruno gets enough on that one to send it up and out, giving Landstrom a chance to chase it down. Landstrom with a nice body off there, perfectly done. Well conducted, leading with the hip, not closing a gap, so it's not a checking illegal, but pushing physicality legal, and she used the body well right there on the angle. Sent in, Camarada has to try to get to it first. She's got Jacobus open in the slot, doesn't see her. Now she'll just walk right in. Wrist shot through traffic, rebound comes off to the far side. It might not have even made it to the goaltender. There was a lot of traffic in front. Centering feed, Jacobus in front, shot goes just wide. She had her beaten so much she shot it all the way through the entirety of the crease. Each team has now done the same exact thing on that exact net. Sent up to neutral ice, Hope trying to pick it off, bodied off for a moment, retreating into their own end, stolen by Jacobus. Let's see if she could hold possession with 30 seconds left in the period. Camarada for Jacobus, centered in front, doesn't get through. 4 Hockey Corps Selects people there. Camarada, big shift here. She picked that one off. 15 seconds, pinned behind the end line. Getting a little hope from Minicello. Kindergarten soccer behind the net over there as all players gathered. It comes to the point. Fox keeps it in. Menichello tries to redirect. It's sent up, comes out. That is going to do it for the period. And it was a rope-a-dope type period for RSG Selects in white as they come to the bench holding a 2-1 lead. Menichello scored 51 seconds into the game, and that was big. That changed the complexion of the game. 24 hours ago they played, and a game was a 4-0 final that was dominated by Hockey Corps Selects. But Hope got them out to an early lead, which RSG held until about 10 minutes into the game when they were equalized. Hockey Corps Selects maintained most of the possession for roughly the first 9 minutes of the second period, but on one play, the Selects of RSG were able to keep the puck in. Rizzo shoveled it toward the net. There was a goal mouth scramble. Latour jumped into it. From her knees, she was able to backhand the puck into the open side of the net. Shankman will protect the goal to your left. She is doing the Russian split to warm up. The flexibility of goalies can never be underestimated. It's absolutely brilliant. Kamerkar will take the face-off. Landstrom on the left wing, Latour on the right. Lee on left D. Fox on right D. Period 3, 13 minutes. Let's see if RSG can slam the door here. They'll have to stay out of the penalty box and maybe get themselves a power play or two to even it up here, as the power plays have been 4-0. Liftoff, period 3. Comes into the offensive zone for RSG and picked off. Let's see, Fox gets it, keeps it in. It goes into the feet, picked off again. Latour, wrist shot, doesn't get it all the way through. Paddled forward, but right back into traffic. Loose in front, wristed down. This is going to be an icing unless it hits something slow. I think that puck is going to stop. That's going to wave the icing off. So Rachel Lee, you're not going to see many mistakes from her. She hustled it all the way down right there, even though it looked like a sure icing. Loose in front, knocked back to the side of the net by Shankman. Comes up the near side boards, but sent back down. Kamerkar steps in. A lot of switching of the forward positions today. We've seen practically all of the forwards playing all of the positions. Wrist shot, didn't get through traffic, and if Balin sees it, she's going to catch it, and she does just that. A minute 1 elapsed in period 3, 2-1. RSG Selects holding a lead, and if they can win this game, they will virtually punch their ticket to the final of the tournament. We'll talk about that at a next stoppage. We haven't talked about it too much. They're in the One Hockey Tournament here in Annville, Pennsylvania. Not spelled like the big metal thing that Wile E. Coyote was always trying to drop on somebody and usually ended up hitting on himself. Annville, like the name Annville. So we thank Anne, who the town was named for. Maybe there were just a lot of Anns back then, and they're like, oh, this is like Annville over here. Here's Rizzo trying to break out. Finds the skate of her defender as she was trying to chip it forward. Camarada over there and leaves it for DeMarinis. Sent up forward, little too short on the pass. Rebound comes off, a rush, and they score to tie it up with 11:11 left in the game. So Boyd can turn quickly. DeMarinis was trying to spring Menichello there. She got it to the stick, but a good defensive play in anticipation. And they pick it off, they rush it down in. And both of the goals have been very, very similar, where It got toward the net, and really just not even a rebound by Shankman that she left, but just kind of a loose puck over there to the portion of the net where she isn't quite able to guard, and tapped in. So 2-2 with 11:11 left in the third period. Latour now with Holton Paulino. Paulino is going to be the one to get it. She will gain the line. She was offside, but they let it go. So a good break there for RSG. Paulino sends it for Latour, but doesn't get it all the way through. Neutral ice, and now brought in onside, 2-on-2. Cucci, a very strong game on the back line. Comes in front for the one-timer. It either went wide or Shankman got a piece of it with the stick. And now the pressure is definitely on. That one, good job by, who was that? Latour tying up her player and just let the puck trickle through. Better to just let nobody touch it than the other team. That one gingerly moved toward the net and covered up by Balin for a whistle and a stoppage of play with 10:23 left in the game. So here's the deal. RSG Selects has 1 loss and a tie. You get 2 points for a win, you get 1 point for a tie, and you get 0 for a loss. The first tiebreaker is goals allowed. There are 3 teams in the tournament. Wrist shot comes at the net with the backhand, I should say, and Shankman knocks it down with the left pad and covers it up. So the team in black has won 2 games, and basically because of the tie between the other 2 teams, they're essentially already into the championship game, barring some kind of weird math. The other team that makes the championship game will probably be able to get there with a win, and even a tie would probably be putting RSG in pretty decent shape to advance to the Sunday afternoon game. Bruno at the right point will walk it in, send it wide, just trying to get it down low. It comes to the corner, Menichello there, but they'll break it out up the wing where the team in black. They gain the line up the middle. Now to the top of the slot in the right circle. Wrist shot was knocked down and redirected a little bit there, but Balin was able to make the save. So into this game at the moment, RSG Selects with 1 point from the tie. And Steel Ice, I think it is, Steel City, Steel Ice, the other team that they tied 4-4. Also with a loss and a tie. So beating the team that beat both teams. Alone in front, wrist shot, Balin with a big save, 1-on-0, point blank. Shankman is keeping the minute because, let's face it, it should be 3-2 right now. 3-on-2, picked off by Fox, and she sends it into neutral ice. Riley had to turn around to get it. Lauren Fox and Riley Rose battling for it right underneath. Ref takes a stick to the face, telling the girls to ease it up, but they're just playing. Riley Rose picks it off from 3. Wrist shot gets knocked away. Riley almost created something out of nothing. They center it, do the Hockey Course Selects into risky area there. Sent forward, a couple of RSG Selects knocked down. Centering feed, redirected, goes just wide. RSG buzzing now in the neutral zone, but not quite able to produce it. Oh, there's a loose puck in front. Shankman recovers. Sent it forward and then sent into dangerous areas by her teammates, but still 2-2, 8:28 left in the game. If it's tied at the end of regulation in the preliminary round, it's just a tie. As Paulino breaks in, Brianna into the circle, gets it knocked away before she could get the shot off. It was almost a 2-on-1. It was sort of a breakaway, but it wasn't quite either. Or it wasn't quite both, or one of them. Ooh, Latour trying to chip that forward and break it away. You're not getting much from Hockey Course Selects. They're not giving you much room out there. Wrist shot from the point. really just more like a dump. They try to center it, but it goes back behind the net. Chase down over there, centering feed, knocked down by Latour. Morano, sliding block, wrist shot off the crossbar. It's still 2-2. Hockey Corps Selects really putting the pressure on. RSG needs to get this puck out and start at least generating a little offense. Wrist shot had a lot on it, but Shankman makes the save and steers it aside. It comes up to the point, but Hockey Corps keeps it in and sends it around. Some tired white jerseys out there. They're on a long shift. Let's see if they could get a cover, and Balin does. She's the elixir to everything that ails you. 31 in white. A full complement change. Kamarkar with Menichello and Camarada. Bruno and Cucci, the defense pair. Face off one by Hockey Corps. They go to the point. Wrist shot blocked away by Hope. Hope knocks something else away with her stick. Centered in front. They tried to redirect it, but Balin got the toe on it before the Hockey Corps player could get the stick on it. And that one sent through the slot and a miss. RSG on their heels right now. Hope gets it. She'll chip it forward for Camarada. Can she get the break? It's a little too wide. Izzy will skate it around back behind the net. Tries to center it in front. Couldn't get it all the way through. Kirsty's over there battling, but they can't get the scoring chance out of it. Good decision by Izzy to not just try to take the sharp angle shot. They needed a little possession there. They didn't get a whole lot of it, but they got enough at least to clear the zone and make everybody reset. Wrist shot through traffic. Shankman steers it away with the paddle. Comes out to neutral ice and through neutral ice. Change taking place, and now the complete change as Latour jumps on. Coming late, one-timer. It's knocked away, backhand, and gingerly sent at the net for Shankman to cover. The defender was coming late, left a perfect pass for her to step into in one time, but could not quite get enough on it, and it goes toward the slot, knocked down by one of the Hockey Corps Selects players. She tried to spin move for the backhand and didn't get enough on it. Latour picks off the face-off win, and she's trying to skate it into the zone untouched, but can't quite do it. Fox will hustle back, touch it behind her end line, send it for Riz. Riz looking to send Lily, sends it off of her skate, but still in one-on-one. If Lily could beat her, she has a chance at the net. There, she's hooked, and where's the call? Oh, Latour got hooked and brought down, but still RSG with no power plays in the game. All one-sided so far. They send it in offside, but it's AAU, not USA Hockey, so it's delayed offside. RSG clears the zone, and they are allowed to head back in, but they elect to play passively. Wrist shot. Shankman knocked it down, directed perfectly for Jacobus. She's skating it up. She has Rizzo and Latour with her. Jacobus through one. Jacobus into the slot. Finds some traffic, but still has it. Centering attempt knocked away. Skated back behind the net. They twist it and move it out. Let's see if we finally have the first penalty on Hockey Corps. I think we might, but unfortunately it looks like a double. Let's see. Ref admonishing the player. Roughing on both players. So it will be 5-on-5 for a minute 30. There's 4:52 left. So at the first whistle after 3:22, those players will be allowed to repatriate either the ice or their bench, but if play goes on after 3:22, they will not be allowed to do that. So Latour, who has the second goal, will not be out there for a little while. Menichello brings this one out, tries to center it all the way for Camarada, didn't get it quite all the way through. Izzy and Hope trying to do their work. Player falls. I'm looking for the for the whistle. It's just gone that way for RSG today. Kept in by DeMarinis. Now Menichello. DeMarinis doesn't have a lane, so she has to dump it. Picked off! Camerata shot! Oh, and it! Big save with the right shoulder! So now each team can lay claim to, hey, we should have a 3-2 lead. Wrist shot, knocked down in front. Marano with the dive to keep it away. Still loose in front. Bottom of the slot. Menichello gets it out, chips it off the boards. Can't get it out. Regrouping and resetting. Oh, Camerata had that lead on her stick and a big save with the right shoulder. That one chipped out by DeMarinis. It's not going to be icing because the puck's going to die. It does allow a tired 5 to change. 3:38 left in the game. It's 2-2. This game was 4-0 just 24 hours ago between these teams. RSG has worked hard enough. They've had to rope-a-dope. They've scored a couple of goals against a very tight defensive team. Now, if they could find the winner, they'll be rewarded. Paulino with Rizzo. Paulino, wrist shot, blocked away, and now moved out 2-on-2. Paulino hustling back to try to make it a 2-on-3. Wrist shot knocked down by the glove of Shankman. She just swatted it there to leave it for Bruno, who was coming down. Aaron chips it for Riz. Riz in front of her own bench, chips it forward looking for Kirsty. A little too strong. 2:53 now left. 2:50. The next whistle will allow Lily Latour and her counterpart, both of whom were pulled out for roughing, to get back on the ice. If there's no whistle, they'll just be sitting there. RSG would like to be able to send 76 out again. Picked off for a moment. Landstrom can't get it on possession, but still staying with it like a tiger. Paulino jumps off, left there. Riz trying to hustle back. It's sent through, all the way through. They can't get a stick on it. Comes up the near side boards. Camerata, she's got a one-on-one. She gets past. Izzy Camerata undresses her again. 3 times, 4 times. Izzy shoots, and she scores one of the most spectacular goals you will see. Izzy Camerata beat the same player twice each, and with 2:03 left in the game, she gives the RSG Selects a 3-2 lead. What a magnificent effort. That one's going to be replayed over and over and over. Now RSG. And both teams with their full bench as the 2 penalized players are able to repatriate. Hockey Corps comes back in, wrist shot, glove down by Balin. There's going to be a penalty. Is it for goalie interference? She got knocked over. Let's see if with 1:49 left they could finally get a power play out of this. Shankman was down and she got hit, and now she's taken off the helmet. She's shaken up a little bit. And once again, yet another penalty here. They just have called 5 one way, but none the other. Shankman is slammed into right there. And, not by somebody on her own team. There's pushing and shoving. She was, well, we could look at the replay at some point. It didn't really look like she was pushed in. Shankman's down, and there's 2 players coming in to hit her. If one was cross-checked, that's fine. The other one wasn't. She was trying to dive in on a puck that was covered. And now you have a goaltender that gets shaken up, and almost all the time that's going to be a penalty call or at least a blown whistle, and they're trying to win this here, having 5 power plays against. Nevertheless, with 1:49 left in the third period, 3-2 RSG Selects. Lauren Fox in the box for the next minute 30. Actually, if she's in the box for the next minute 30, that means RSG has at least killed it off. It's a 6-on-4. Wrist shot stopped by Shankman. So during, I don't think it was a timeout, but while Shankman was down, Hockey Corps decided they're going to play this one 6-on-4. So they've pulled their goaltender. Jacobus and Camarada up front. Morano and Lee on the back line. 6-on-4. That net is empty. They could just ice it at will. They could take pot shots at the empty net because they're shorthanded, and with these rules, there's no icing. Wrist shot between the points. They tried the redirection. Takes a big bounce in front off the boards. Sent back around. 1:21 in the game. 1 minute in the penalty. Blocked away. Rachel Lee sends it up the point. It jumps over the stick, and that clears the zone. Jacobus pursuing, forcing the big turn. Lee gets it, sends it for Camarada. Can she hit the empty net? She tried, and that might have been ticketed. Hockey Corps will bring it out. They have a power play for 39 seconds, but it's 6-on-4 because they have the goalie out. RSG with a 3-2 lead. On the goal by Camarada with 2:03 left. Wrist shot through traffic. Shankman with an incredible right pad save to keep it protected. Shankman saw the rebound. One player in black was the only one near it. She somehow slid the pad to get it. Wrist shot off the face-off, knocked away by Latour. Goes to the right point. Still 6-on-4 for 18 seconds. They'll play with it outside of the circle. Latour's going to pick it off, bank it off the boards. She could throw it down with alacrity, but didn't get quite enough on it. 5 seconds on the 6-on-4, and then Fox will jump into the play. Sent in. 18 seconds. It's 6-on-5 now. Rizzo jumps out there. Still an empty net. It comes out of the zone. 11 seconds left. They have to wait to clear. Delayed offsides. 7 seconds. 5. Rachel Lee down there. She's just going to try to freeze it up. Morano shields it off. 1-0. And RSG has pulled off the 3-2 victory over Hockey Corps Selects. And there they mobbed their goaltender. Balin was as good as or better than advertised in that one. Big save after big save after big save. And Menichello, Latour, and then Camarada. Give RSG the 3-2 victory.